Hello, my name is Maya, and this is the first episode of my knitting podcast. Because recently I've been feeling more and more need to talk about yarn and my projects and what I want to make in the future and what I made in the past. But I don't really have friends that like to knit in real life, and it's always nicer to talk to someone who knows what you're talking about. So I thought I would try to build myself a nice community around here and to just ramble about projects. I'm gonna take out fully woolen jumpers in a minute, but just so you know, it's still very much summer here, and because of that I also am wearing this nice summer top which I made quite recently, and I've been wearing it a lot. It is Ophelia top by Tamara Jordan, and it's this lovely tank top with these lace details on the edges and around the neckline and on the bottom. And I made it in 100% silk yarn from Campolmi Filati, which is this nice yarn shop in Florence. That's where I get most of my silk yarn from because it's really nice. I don't remember the colorway, but there is not many colors available, so if you want it, you can find it. And I made it on 3mm needles, I think, or 3.5. So I did a gauge swatch for this pattern, but it didn't meet the gauge. However, I like the fabric, so I thought I would just go with it, which was a mistake because I was around here and I tried it on and it was way too big with these huge holes under the armpits. So I ripped it off and I made it a size smaller, which is size 2, I think. I'm not sure. I didn't take notes for this one, so I should have. I could have made it in size even smaller, size 1, to make it more fitting, but I like that it's loose. And this has become my favorite top for summer because it's silk. I used maybe 100 grams of silk. So yeah, I highly recommend this pattern. It was written really well and it's really customizable because you can make it tank top like mine, you can make short sleeve or long sleeves. I want to make another version of it with long sleeves for colder months. And another thing that I like was the princess seams that I've never done before. So basically they're seams that go from under your bust, you decrease, and then when you arrive to your waist, you start increasing, so it creates this nice shaping. So that's the top that I'm wearing now. And then I want to show you what I'm working on. I have quite a lot of projects on my needles at the moment, which is not a usual thing. I'm a very monogamous knitter, so I usually have 1 or 2 things on my needles. I've been feeling this need to cast on new stuff. So I have 4 items that I'm gonna show you. The first one and the most recent one is this pair of Legwarmers that I'm making either for my mom or for myself. I'm not sure yet. If she's gonna like the color, she's gonna get them. If not, I'm gonna give her my old pair and I'm gonna keep these. They are made in BC Garn Loch Lomond lace. It is 100% organic wool, and this is colourway Beige. So they're just regular Legwarmers. It's 4x1 rib. I cast it on 70 stitches with a long tail cast on. I'm not gonna talk about them a lot because I'm making a video on them actually, a project blog. So that's coming next. So yeah, that's that. That's the first one. I want to get them done pretty soon because I'm hoping to go visit my mom at the end of the month. Then the next one on my priority list is this cardigan. I'm sure you all know the Star Cardigan by Amano Knitwear. I wanted one, but I don't have the budget to buy the original, so I thought I would make something similar. And I think I did quite well. It's self-drafted. It is top down with this I-cord edging, which is, I didn't block it yet, so that's why it's curling so much. And it has pockets as well. And I'm making these stars with duplicate stitch. The knitting part of this one is done, which is why I haven't been working on it so much, because all I have left is embroidering all these stars You can see I have half of it done here. So I have like half of the back, the left front, and the sleeve. So I'm just trying to make 1 star a day, more or less, but it's going quite slow. I want to get it done though, because it's getting colder in the evenings, so I thought it would be nice to have it. So this is the yarn that I used. It's always BC Garn Bio Balance, and it's 55% organic wool and 45% organic cotton. This yarn is so soft, like I love it so much. I'm a bit scared that it's gonna pile a lot, because even like when I'm using it, when I embroider the stars, I can see it's getting like these little fluffs, but I'm hoping like it will stop, because sometimes yarn sheds a lot when you knit with it, but then it doesn't when you actually use the garment. The colorways are, this one is, I think it's called Marine. It's number 27. And this yellow is curry. I bought way too much of it actually, so I'm gonna have to come out with some project for the leftovers. In the next like days, I'm gonna switch between the Legwarmers and this cardigan. And as soon as I get one of them done, I have to move to another project, which is this bad boy. It is the Renunculus sweater by Midori Hirose. And I made it with like various scraps of mohair yarn. It's like 40% mohair, 20% wool, 40% acrylic, something like this. All of these blends. They're all vintage yarn that I got in my local yarn shop for like €2 a skein. I bought them not knowing what to do with them. I thought I would make a shawl. But then I saw all the Ranunculus videos on YouTube and I was like, I want to make one so bad. I didn't really think it through because I thought I have enough. But then I thought I'm gonna hold it double, and I didn't think if I'm gonna hold it double, I'm not gonna have enough. So this is why I paused it, because I ran out of yarn. I started doing the ribbing on the bottom, but I think I'm gonna rip it off and make it a bit longer because right now it's a bit too cropped for me. Then I have a part of this sleeve and none of this sleeve. So first I was gonna rip it off and hold the yarn single so that I would be able to finish it, because I thought since it's vintage yarn, I won't be able to get it again. But I went to the yarn shop today actually, and they had it. Well, they didn't have this particular colors, which I'm kind of sad about, but I got this hot pink, which is this one. I love it so much. And then I got this blue, which I'm gonna add. So I'm gonna rip off just like a little bit of the body and add this blue to the stripes. So I think with these, I'm gonna be able to finish. So that's next in the queue. And then my fourth project is the Seagless sweater by Woolen Pine. I'm almost done with the body on this one, but as I said, it was 33 degrees today, so it's way too hot to be working on this. This is made in various scraps of yarn and that I've had laying around. I'll show you the bag. So this is my bag of scraps. I couldn't even tell you what's in it, like what type of yarn. It's mostly wool because I mostly knit with wool. But yeah, that's what I'm using. And I was hoping to use more of it, but like it doesn't seem to shrink. I'm gonna have to come up with some other scrap project. I've seen this lovely scrap blanket that you make from the corner. So it goes like this and then it goes like this. I might look into that. But anyway, yeah, this sweater is gonna be my warmest sweater, probably. It is made from top down. I actually did the color twice, and I don't think this is the recommended color. If I remember correctly, the color in the pattern is like folded, but I didn't like it. It was way too stiff, and I didn't like the color as well, because I made it in this darker, colder green, which didn't really match well with anything. Well, I'm still using it in the sweater, but I feel like this color didn't really fit well. And then it's a round yoke, which is my first round yoke construction. It was fun to knit. But at some point I had just so many stitches on the needles that I couldn't like move them, which was really annoying, but like I should just buy longer needles. I did not meet the gauge. I feel like I'm not meeting the gauge on any of my projects recently, which is really annoying. But like, I suppose it teaches me to improvise and to modify stuff. So yeah, so I didn't meet the gauge, so I made some more increases and I made it longer, like this yoke part I made longer, especially because I like oversized sweaters, and this one, the fit of this one seemed quite tight, so I thought I would make it just larger in general. The only thing I don't like about it is the back, because it has this seam line here that I feel like is very visible, because the pattern gives you 3 ways of dealing with the ends, and you have a lot of ends obviously because the color changes like every row. So the 3 ways are sewing the ends in, making a braid with them like you do in Fair Isle, or just making a magic knot. And I thought I'm gonna sew the ends in because that's the most secure way, no? And it caused this seam line, and the fabric is stiffer here as well, which like, it's just annoying. Then I switched to magic knot and that solved the problem because you can't see the seam. But I feel like I thought about ripping it off, but I was like, I cannot rip off all these colors, like it's too much. And then I feel like it's at the back, so I'm not gonna see it. And then I also wear my hair down most of the time, so it's gonna get covered by my hair. So I thought I'll just leave it. And yeah, that's my project. But this one is like low on my priority list because it's too hot to work on it. And also I have projects that are closer to being finished than this one. I actually have a 5th project, but I'm not even sure if I should count it because it's just vanilla socks. I made one. And I'm about to start the heel on the other one. They're made with sock yarn from Hobby that I got from the point shop, so I didn't even pay for it. But it's more of my like in-between project where I don't have anything else going on, or when my projects are so big that I can't bring them around, I just put them in my bag and I can knit on the go. But I've been making them for like the last year, I think. But now I have my Legwarmers, which are portable, so they just live in a bag for the moment. But I'm not really pressed. Oh, but one thing that I want to tell you about. I'm sure like everyone knows about it, but it's just like an incredible thing for me. These needles. They're sock needles. One of them is longer. The other one is really, really short. Mine is dented. I haven't seen that before. They have a perfect circumference. They are perfect size for socks. And you don't have to bother with DPNs, and you don't have to bother with magic loop, which tends to leave like lathering. I make all of my socks with these needles, and they're just, I feel like I'm faster as well. So anyway, yeah, these were my projects that I have going on right now. I have a whole list of things that I want to make, so I want to finish like at least 2 of them in the nearest future before I cast on something else, because I'm already overwhelmed. As I said, I knit one thing at a time. Having this variety is nice because I can just like jump from one to the other, but it's also quite overwhelming. So yeah, these are my projects, my whips at the moment, and I think I'm gonna finish here. If you want to share what's on your needles, or if you have any questions or any comments or any suggestions, let me know. I will see you in the next one. Vieni qua. Vieni qua. Amore. Ma tu puzzi.